When I made a text to General Secretary Reverend Janam this morning,
Ya Pringwanga General Secretary Reverend Janangna text kating siap
he has put a wonderful text under his name from Psalm 139.
Wa gita number sasa kolat school ko antangni wa text ko dona ha.
You are wonderfully and fearfully created by God. There's a wonderful book written by Dr. Paul Brand, Wonderfully and Fearfully, along with Philip Fancy. A beautiful book that we can read.
Dr.
Paul Brand.
Dr. Paul Brand is saying, na ayon mani aro thangthul ongni ongat ka ba ngaba kitab donga.
How each and every parts of our body are created to serve God's purposes.
Wano ansni beni plak pakrang kon mari ki isona rasong ko raban ongat ha wani musya.
And now Paul, when he was encountered by risen Christ,
and when
he committed his life to the Lordship of Jesus Christ, and he was able to see the life in its fullness. And he was able to see the new life in abundance for the future. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 1 it says, and it says that you have made me alive who are dead in trespasses and sin. And I was dead to the trespasses and sin. What is sin in our lives? Disobeying to God's expectation. What is transgression? Crossing the boundary. Or missing the mark in our lives. Missing the purpose in our lives. That's what the Bible talks about sin. The Bible is not talking about an activist. Bible is promoting the disciple of Jesus Christ. Now Paul says, now I have become alive in Jesus Christ. I was dead in sin and trespasses. Because I have committed my life to the Lordship of Jesus Christ, allowed him to take control of my life, and allowed him to rule my life. I got the new meaning for my life. And now I have become a useful vessel in the sight of God. My dear brothers and sisters, this is what the great things what the Lord has done in our lives. It is not the activity that you are doing, thinking that you are doing great things for God. That's what Paul was thinking about his life. He was thinking that he is doing great things for his own faith. But God had a different plan in his life. I am a son of a missionary. And my parents served God among the tribals in Tamil Nadu for 58 years. And I was sitting in the stage, I was thinking about the 38 years of our stay in the grassroots house. Grassroots. In my 6th standard, I started to learn many music instruments. 6th standard, started to learn many music.
Class 6
I was leading the choir in our church. In the 10th standard, I used to preach even in my church.
Kelas yang orang skin apa apa siang mundolio.
As a son of a missionary, I did everything.
Anga missionary ni depan ti kita pelakon dah kah.
But I got good name even in the school.
Anga school apa nama bimang kuba mana.
I studied in the Don Bosco Institute.
Anga Don Bosco School of Operation.
And I used to play so many instruments there.
Aruan anga banga duka damani rangko, duka damani bostu rangko.
But there was no place for Jesus Christ in my life.
Adi bang ni jangi tanya Jisu na de biap dong jacem.
People applaud me so much.
Mandirang angni nama kamera ko betela jakpa duka.
But no relationship between Jesus Christ and my life.
Adi ba Jisu baksa nangrime jangi tani de angni jangi tanya dong
As a
jacem.
son of a missionary, I was reading the Bible.
Anga missionary ni depan ti kita sach ko de puraya.
Never allow the Holy Spirit to work in my life.
Adi ba gisung thal ko pa ko phang na bang ni jangi tanya
There was
dong
a time I
jacem.
went through a lot of disappointment in my life.
Angni jangi tanya bahak ko changsa danga banga da dukni rangko chabrong ha.
I was studying 11th standard.
Class 11 of puraya cem.
I wrote a letter to my friend saying that I am in the wrong place.
Angni papana chiti siya tanga de unggi jak pa biap po sa mianen bani.
And in response, he sent a mail to me.
Aro unaw ang dake akan sakata.
There are 4 gospels in the Bible,
Sans ro nama kata kengbre dunga.
but the 5th gospel is your life.
Adi ba bunga ka pa nama kata de nang ni jangi tanganian.
And the Spirit of God asked me, are you eligible to be the 5th gospel?
Aro non iso ni kisang angkos nga nariya bunga ka pa nama kata na krama.
Because you live for yourself.
Mainan ara antang sa jangi tangiya.
You are an activist in your church.
Na nang ni mondolyo banga kamra ko ka.
No place for Jesus Christ.
Nadi uni ka man nang ni jangi tano Jisu na biap
You
dongja.
grab all the glory of God for your personal purposes.
Iso ni plak raso rang ko na antang na sa
Is
salbakira.
there any place for Jesus Christ?
Nango Jisu na biap donga ma.
As I was reading this 5 pies postcard in my study table,
Aro yarang ko anga ya setan ko anga donen bani ang puray ko.
I was broken.
Anga angni gisko namen kabeha.
I committed my life to Jesus Christ.
Non anga angni jangitan ko Jisu na unkang ha.
That was the great things happen in my life.
Yan angni jangitan namen dala kao.
I